Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, driver murdered while washing truck in Spanish Town. A driver was on Saturday gunned down while washing a truck along Marchben Road in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. He is the 37-year-old David Daniels, otherwise called Jimmy, of Gem Road in St. Andrew. It is reported that about 12:30 p.m., Daniels was washing a motor truck in the vicinity of a church along the roadway when he was pounced upon by gunmen who fired shots hitting him repeatedly. His attackers then escaped. Daniels was assisted to the nearby Spanish Town Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The Spanish Town Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the fatal shooting. 3 men fatally shot in an alleged shootout with the security forces in Spanish Town. 3 men, including one who was on the most wanted list of the St. Catherine North Police, were killed in an alleged shootout with the security forces in Trelawny Heights, Spanish Town this morning. It is reported that about 5:30 a.m., a police military team went to the area to undertake an operation at a premises when they reportedly came under gunfire. The fire was returned. The 3 men were shot and were taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where they were pronounced dead. The police say 2 firearms were seized at the scene. 4th passenger succumbs to injuries from Trelawny crash. A 4th individual has succumbed to injuries she sustained after a car in which she was traveling collided with a truck to a section of the North Coast Highway in the Braco area of Trelawny on Sunday morning. The incident occurred when a Toyota Probox motorcar reportedly crashed in the back of a truck laden with building materials. Reports are that 3 male occupants, including the driver of the car, died on the spot, while a woman died while undergoing treatment at hospital. The identities of the deceased have not been released. 3 other passengers from the overloaded car are admitted in hospital for treatment. Mother appeals for more help after 15-year-old son left paralyzed in diving accident. The mother of a 15-year-old boy left paralyzed earlier this year is looking for financial assistance to pay for a suction machine that is needed for his recovery. Kemar Wallace suffered the life-changing injury on March 31 when he broke 2 neck bones in a diving accident during a river trip in St. Anne, impacting the blood flow to his organs. Following life-saving surgery, it is time for Kemar to be discharged from hospital. However, he needs a suction machine that will be used at home to keep his airway clear, according to his mother, Antoinette Wilson. Wilson, who had opened a GoFundMe account to help pay for Kemar's surgery, said a tracheostomy tube was surgically placed into her son's neck to help him breathe. Now that it has been removed, a suction machine is needed to clear any mucus from his airway to ensure that he can respire properly, she said. The doctor said that he is supposed to go home, but he needs a suction machine because they took out the tube out of the trachea and put in one where he can talk, Wilson told the news. The one that was there before was to get him to breathe on his own, but when they take it out and cover the hole they made in his throat, they realized that he turned blue because he's not getting enough oxygen, she added. The suction machine cost Jamaican $57,000, and Wilson is seeking the public's assistance to cover the medical expense so her son can continue his recovery at home. Following the surgery and some physical therapy sessions while being admitted at the University Hospital of the West Indies, Kemar has regained mobility in one of his hands and a finger on his other hand is also moving. He is expected to continue physical therapy at a rehab to hopefully restore movement to his body once the space becomes available. Wilson said her son has also been affected mentally by having to stay at the hospital, noting that the boy, who is typically jovial and friendly, has not been himself lately. The hospital personnel say sometimes he will still run his joke, but then at other times he will not talk. They said that sometimes when he is sleeping, he will jump up like he is panicking, Wilson said. Since recently him not eating, and the social worker at the hospital ask what me think why him not eating, and me tell him that him probably want to come home. So me talk with Kemar and ask him why him not eat, and him say him feel like him want come home because him feel like him not get the attention him supposed to get, and him want come home because him feel like it would be much better at home and get the care him think him should get, Wilson continued. Kemar also needs a high-back wheelchair to support his spine as he cannot sit up on his own. Wilson said she has attempted to source one through a social worker but has so far been unsuccessful. I am seeking help for Kemar. I want him to come home so he can push himself better and perform much better. Some other need the help to get the suction machine and the wheelchair to get him home and make him feel more cheerful, and give him the drive and push like what he had at the beginning of the incident, Wilson implored the public. Those willing to assist Wilson and Kemar in purchasing the suction machine to aid in his recovery can do so by sending donations to her National Commercial Bank account. Name Antoinette Wilson, NCB branch, Burke Road, Spanish Town. NCB account number 475009614. 45-year-old man charged with alleged rape of teen worker. A 45-year-old St. Andrew man accused of pulling a gun on a young girl who was working for him and allegedly raping her has been charged by the police. He is Donovan Brown, otherwise called Ping and Boom, who is charged with rape, grievous sexual assault, and the possession of a prohibited weapon. His court date is being arranged. He was charged by detectives from the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse. The police report that the young girl was working with Brown, who is a spray and delivery man, at his business establishment when he allegedly requested sexual favors from her, but she refused. Brown left and allegedly returned with a firearm. He reportedly pointed it at the girl, after which he sexually assaulted her. A report was made to the police and Brown was taken into custody. He was subsequently charged after a question and answer session and being pointed out in an identification parade. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.